My buddy Lawler, one of the preeminent voices in the Rocket League community, does a tournament called the Brawl Invitational, and ESPN Esports will be involved May 1st, May 2nd. There will be games happening on both his channel, twitch.tv/Lawler, as well as this channel right here, twitch.tv/ESPN Esports. Lawler will give full details on the breakdown of the schedule, etc. But the important part is the Brawl Invitational in partnership with ESPN Esports, May 1st, May 2nd. Before we get there, though, this weekend on ESPN2, we will be airing the Rocket League Spring Series Finals, which is cool. Very cool. That will be a 5 p.m. Eastern start on Sunday, April 26th. Lawler, give us a little bit of a preview. The world champs are involved. I see G2 Esports, Pittsburgh Knights. There's some heavy-duty teams here. How will this shake down?
Yeah, so this is supposed to be in makeup of the World Championship that was supposed to be going on this weekend as well. What they ended up doing is they took the 4 best teams from the league play, or the RLCS season for Season 9, and invited them into this tournament. And then they held an open qualifier throughout this week. We ended up covering some of the matches, some underdog stories coming in. So 4 teams had to qualify as well. Those 8 teams are going to be competing this weekend. For first place, I think it takes $23,000. So there's some familiar faces from other RLCS teams. There's some underdogs of a team we've never heard of called Jamal Jabari. I couldn't tell you why or how they got that name, but
who is Jamal Jabari?
they are 3 players that play at a high level, but I have honestly never seen that name compete before. And I'll admit to it, I never really paid attention to the bubble scene that much until they kind of swoop into the RLRS. But 72 Pin Connector has some familiar faces. You might know Jacob. Jacob actually used to play for Energy. They're actually in a quarterfinal match against each other, so you get Jacob versus Garrett rivalry. There's a 1v1 player on the team named Lineblaze, and then they have another guy named Democat who's pretty prevalent in the rival series. Pittsburgh Knights is one of the other teams. They are in the RLCS. They finished like 6th, 7th spot. And then Charlotte Phoenix, Karma, the only female professional in the Rocket League scene. She's a former like Call of Duty pro. She played Hearthstone, very talented across the board. She's coming in with Shadow, her teammate, and then they have an actual super sub by the name of Wonder Mike. So this is kind of hard to depict. So Rogue is another team in the top 8.
Mm-hmm.
Rogue just dropped their long-standing player of like 18 months or 17 months named Wonder and picked up a player by the name of Turinturo. Turinturo used to play for Charlotte Phoenix as of like a couple days ago. Rogue doesn't qualify. Charlotte Phoenix does qualify with a new player.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's some fun storylines coming into this weekend. There's some really fun stuff coming into this weekend.
Can you imagine Charlotte Phoenix goes far in the tournament? What Rogue?
Dude, they are. I mean, they're already on Cloud9, man. Like the fact that they qualified, and like that's another one. Cloud9, like they didn't qualify because they had internet issues. Both 2 of their players had internet issues, and they did DQ out of the tournament. So it's like so many things that happened during just these qualifiers that are like, all right, man, I don't even care what happens at this point. Let's just watch some Rocket League and see what happens and see how it unfolds.
That's unfortunate. Like, I feel for Cloud9. I'm happy the tournaments are happening. I'm happy we're getting this entertainment and we're getting this level of competition. But of course, when you're in a format like this, naturally things like this are going to happen. We see it across other esports. This is not exclusive to Rocket League, obviously, but like you have to feel for Cloud9.
It stinks. It stinks, man.
To happen? Oh yeah.
They were expected. I mean, they've been trending in the right direction. They had a lot of struggles throughout the season, and towards the tail end of the season, they really got it back in shape. They started looking on form again. They made a really heroic run through a lot of really strong teams to qualify and stay away from relegation and dropping to the RLRS. So for them to do that, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, internet issues, we don't get to see you guys compete. It kind of stinks. So hopefully they sign up for the Brawl and we get to see them there. But yeah, man, it's tough. A lot of this time for Rocket League is because it is technically officially the off season. We are seeing a lot of roster changes and some new things developing. So I think that's probably the most exciting thing is you get to watch the guys that we know are going to be super competitive, the Space Stations, the G2s, the Energies, compete against some people that may be trying out some new stuff. And that's without us even mentioning Vanguard, which is the former Ghost roster before Ghost disbanded and came back. Super confusing. But Vanguard is the former Ghost roster, a fully capable and talented group of individuals, just deal with some consistent issues. Like, it's a stacked lineup. There are going to be some really exciting close matches, and I'm super happy that you guys are covering the grand finals because it should be a really good match.